How y'all doing today? Everybody say hey, hey, hey. 'Cause here we are. Say it again. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, 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 hey.
Yeah, we got Dave back. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, hey,
How are
hey.
you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. It is a marvelous
Is it a
Thursday.
marvelous
I'm at the
Thursday?
Watkins show. I can't imagine
welcome.
anywhere better to be.
My. And she ain't getting paid to say that. I mean, so that means something there. Yes, sir. So I'm glad to be here. Glad to be anywhere right now. Thank God that I'm alive and well. And hopefully that I can entice somebody to be well and alive too. That's what it's all about today. Hope you had a wonderful weekend and this one will be even better. Now, there's a lot of things going on around us in our world today. A lot of things. And it's just getting more and more bizarre to me, more and more different, should I say, that are things I've never even thought about seeing. Before we get into what I want to talk about, let's just give honor to God. Thank you, Lord, for allowing us to be here. Give us what we need. Give us the strength and the courage to say what we mean and mean what we say. God bless everybody that's listening and looking. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you,
Amen.
Lord. So, before I get going, I want to, some of you might not know who this is, but this is David Coburn. I always say your name, the last name. You say it.
Coburn, that's right.
Coburn. See?
Coburn,
All right, Coburn. He's my friend. Been knowing him over 20 years. He's my producer and things. So I want to let him say a few words. He's went to Peru. I know we talked about that earlier, but I want him to revisit that for a second and just give us a rundown on Dave's Corner.
It's nice to be back, Leon. It's been about a month, but yeah. I actually have been back from Peru for a month. I think right about now I'm kind of adjusted back to being in Los Angeles. It takes a while,
Right.
but it's nice to be back. Last couple weeks I was sick, but also last week I took a quick trip up to Northern California. I mean, literally, my mom gave my cousin her piano, and so my cousin, who lives in Newbury Park, which is by Thousand Oaks, she said, we need to be in Palo Alto when the piano gets picked up and taken from your house to support my mom, because it's emotional. She's had the piano for 57 years. So literally on a Tuesday, last week on a Tuesday, we just jumped in the car and we drove on the 101 and headed up north. And I'm telling you, it's a beautiful drive.
Oh, man.
And it was green. The hills were green. It was just really gorgeous. So we were there. Piano moved. Piano's now down here. And now I can be back with you.
Well, I'm glad to have you back, man. I mean, that's wonderful. I like the scenery. I mean, when you travel, just look at what the splendor and the glory of what God can do.
Yeah, he was doing it definitely last week.
And that was all free. What God can do, He's not charging you for
No.
it. Because if some people, just think about it. What if a corporation owned the air? On the air you breathe. Somebody owns it. And you don't pay your bill. You ain't paying that bill now. Well, what happened?
Yeah.
They had an air police. Next thing you know, you
can't breathe.
You out of here. I'm cutting your hair. Or I won't. What if you control the rain? Well, if you don't give me this, I ain't gonna let it rain on you. You know how that is. We don't know how to love each other. That's all. Well, good to have you back.
Thank you, Leon.
We're going to I'll be asking you things from time to time. All right?
I'm here for you.
All right.
Mr. Leon.
That's Dave, Dawn. Okay.
David, yes.
Now, see, that's another thing.
Yeah.
See how you corrected me?
Yes, David.
David. I never ask you why you don't like Dave. Because, see, to me, I shorten things. That's just my thing. I don't have no reason. If your name is Timothy, I'm going to call you Tim. That's just the way it is, But David. All right, David. All right, Big D. No, that's Devontae. All righty then. Now we're going to get into some things that's, to me, is pretty sad. We've been talking about the Flint situation. Some of you don't know about the water there has been contaminated with lead and other poisons, and it was deliberately done. And we can't even get to why. Well, the bottom line is money somewhere in there. But it's not that. And the main issue is that what is the damaging is doing to those children and those people. It's something that you wouldn't think in this generation, in this time in 2015, 16, this would happen. How could that be? You know, I mean, this is not an isolated thing where it's, you know, a few people, that would have been bad enough. You just had, but a whole town, whole city? How's that possible? And then what? Who knew what, when, what? Why the governor do this? Let the water go down to where people, and you just change it, and then you don't want to fix it, and then you cover it up, and people are getting sick and dying and things, you know. And I don't know what could. What do you think about that, though?
Well, it's a personal thing with me because I'm from Detroit. And we had an opportunity when I was out there. I was sitting down having dinner with the family, and we were sitting there talking that for how long it went on, and why hasn't the guy, what's his name, that was in charge of it at the time, why hasn't he been convicted? At what point, if you have people coming down to the town hall, coming down showing cases reporting that people in a certain area are getting sick, and it be okay, and let it be known, I believe, like, I'm not sure what the proper term is, but his cohorts, the people that he was working with, they actually were given bottled water. And you know what else is surprising? This same man that let this go on as far as what's going on with the water is now in charge of DPS, which is Detroit Public Schools. Now, if you can't handle the water, can you imagine what's happening to our young people?
Didn't he recently leave that?
For DPS?
I think he may have left.
Resigned?
Yeah, I think
okay,
so.
the last I heard, we were talking,
there was too much pressure.
Yeah.
Because has he been charged with anything?
No, has not been charged.
And because they can't even get, like I said, they really can't even get into that. It's such a health hazard that everything has been put on that to try to save these kids. It all
started over money because they were getting originally they were getting their water from the Detroit area, so it proved to be too expensive. So they found a water source closer to Flint, and which was contaminated, but they didn't think about that. So it all had to do with funds again and money. Because it was too expensive for them to bring the water from the Detroit area and all the way into Flint.
Now, just think about what you just said. It's all about money. It was too expensive. I think it said about $5 million would have done that. But how much they gonna pay now?
What? Right.
Yeah.
And to think
already he just asked for $28 million just to begin with.
That won't even
just
make
to try to dodge this money. And now I don't want to get into any other issues, but if it was any other little city beside of Flint, would this be happening? And it just shows you where we are in people's hearts. We still have this kind of thing today. Like those girls in the school who had the N-word printed across them. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, they went to this I think it was a high school, and they were doing it for a yearbook or something. And at the end, they were standing there and they spelled out that word.
Oh.
Well, you mean to tell me that, and now that everybody's sorry, and they say that, you mean to tell me that you don't know by now that that's not good? You still don't know?
So you're saying they took this picture and the editors of the yearbook or whatever
whoever did it, everybody let it go.
And now that they got caught, now they're sorry.
It's an uproar. Now they're sorry. One of them came out and said, she's sorry she did it. And then they interviewed some of the other kids, some of the black kids, other white kids, and they said they know these girls. And they don't feel like some of them are racist. They don't see them as that.
Were they white girls that did it?
All of them are white.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Now, did the end of this word, this N word, did it have an ER or an A?
I didn't know because
I don't know. I feel like the ER it's a more heavier.
Well, that's what it was.
It
was an E. It was ER. It wasn't an A because the A would be something else. But no, it's ER. And they were all white, and I said one of them to come, and they got it, the uproar. You could see what it went on, but one of the black kids said they know him. I mean, but see, that's my question again.
Why is that okay?
My question is, by now, the white people in America know that this is not the way to go. I mean, you can do anything else. Why do you go there? But you know better. You say, well, no, we just playing. We didn't mean nothing by it. Well, how could you not know and mean nothing by that by now?
Can I challenge you?
Well, no, yeah, you can.
Because look at what the music, what's going on right now.
Go ahead.
Throwing the word in this, my in that. And they're like, oh, it's in music. It's cool. Y'all okay with calling each other that? Why can't we? And I think, and I'm guilty of it too. I think as an African American woman, you say, well, oh, you my brethren, you my sister, you know, we can say that, but let's look at the context of the word. How was it used? What weight does it carry? Okay, well, so I think the community is at fault a tad for that as well.
We could be. But see, I would put myself in a situation that if I know that the word meant something negative to any race of people, though, you know that. I mean, they know that. You don't tell me they don't know that?
It's not about whether or not they know. I think they know, but do they care? No, and they think that we don't care.
Okay, wait a minute. No, I understand what you're saying, but we got to go back to the fact, like you said, they know.
Right, okay.
Let's just stay there. Okay, I know this is not the thing to do. So, but now you're saying, well, they do that. That has nothing to do with you. What do you want to get it? Why do you want to get it? Stand up, spell it out in big letters, so everybody can see. What is that? I mean, whether we do whatever we do had nothing to do with what you just did. Mm-hmm. And then you are you surprised at the uproar? I mean, the school, they suspended them. They gone.
Where was this?
I don't know. Where
was it? I mean, was it in the South? Was it here in California?
No, it wasn't in the South. I remember that. But it just you can look it up.
Yes, I will.
If you could tell me, sir. But I'm just saying that here we are in this day and age, and this happens, which leads me to go back. I want to get back on Flint, too. I don't want to get away from what I was trying to get at, because I was reading a little bit about it this morning, and there's people trying to get away from Flint. Now, I thought about that. I mean, when that happened, I got 3 kids, little kids. The water's, you look at it, it's green, brown, whatever color it is. They have to drink it and take baths in it. They already proved it's lead. So what I'm doing is slowly killing my family. I mean, what am I here for? My kids won't get it, because the whole, it's just not, it may be different just in my house, but it's the whole thing.
Arizona.
See, I in the West. That's crazy.
Students spell out N-word during yearbook photo shoot.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. And it goes back to what I'm saying here. You know what a house, the rent cost there is $400. Not the rent. I'm sorry, to buy. You can buy a house for $400 a month, 3 bedrooms.
How much?
$400 a month for your.
You can rent a.
You can buy a house for $400 a month.
Buy a house for $400 a month.
The mortgage
for your mortgage payment.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yep.
And the minimum house, the cost there is $41,700. $41,000. And if you want to rent a 3-bedroom house, it's $350. And you don't see for sale signs. They were saying, well, where you go? And the man said, you know what it costs for us to pull up and just leave? For one, it takes money to do all that. Mm-hmm. And then where we're going, we got to start all over with. You got to have money to do. He was making a point. So he said before this water thing happened, all the stuff was going on. He said, but I was quite content. I could deal with it. But with the water thing, how you gonna deal with having poison water? And it's leads in it. So for me, I look at it, and again, in this day and age, how is that possible? Who? Like you said, it's for money, but the money is the love of it is the root of every evil on earth.
The love of money.
That's what I said. The love of money.
So I have a question. My thing that was an alarm for me is like, Detroit at a point was the capital for the automotive industry. And still a lot of parts are created there. Even the manufacturer for certain parts had even stated that the water was destroying their materials. How at that point, if it's destroying whether it be plastic, whether it be metal, how could it even cross your mind to not be alarmed that people in that community are consuming that water and perhaps there's an issue?
Well, for one thing, the way I look at that is that you got other watchdogs supposed to be over watching all this stuff. I mean, you got people that's paid, allegedly, to watch things, watch the water. Like Department of Water and Power, they got people that are going around and testing it. Don't they test it all the time?
That's what I thought
all
too.
the time. And see what happens, they test it, and they go back and give it to Joe Blow here. His job, coming from wherever, is stating this: you give it to me, don't ask no questions, just give me the report, and I'll take care of it. Thank you, bye-bye. And his job, he'll look at it, and if it's not what he thinks it be, well, evidently he hides it, or he don't say nothing about it, or he passes it. Because how do you get by that? How do people miss these things? It's so obvious. You turn your water on and mud come out. I mean, something's not right. I mean, you tell me the guy who's tested it can't see it before it even come there? Or did you test it at all?
Come on.
You see, what's the deal here? And that's what it looks like to me. And see, everybody's getting paid all the way down the line. And as usual, these kind of people suffer. I say these kind of people because that's usually the one that end up suffering the most. Us people. Because we are considered expendable, obviously. You know, that's where it looks. Hitlerism. The same kind of thing to me. I mean, but it's done in a more sophisticated way. But this was so stupid. This is so out. With whatever they did, it backfired so much. To me, anybody when you first saw it, you should immediately, if he'd immediately say, "Oh, this made a mistake," and they start cleaning up. Well, see, this wouldn't have been an issue. It would not have been an issue, but it shows you where the heart is. What this was, it's going to these people. So maybe they'll miss it. Maybe they won't notice this dripping mud coming out of their faucet, and it's poison that's going on. And this is where we live, how we live. And people still haven't, their hearts still have not been willing to share the earth. We're not willing to share. The so-called dominant culture wants to control the earth. That's Hitlerism. And we'll root out those we feel like is not worthy of us. We'll get rid of you by any means necessary, because you're too stupid to know anything. And I feel for this man. He got these kids, and he said, "I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't have anywhere I could root up my whole life."
Watkins.
You know what I'm saying? I just can't do it. So, let's see. It's. I just pray that people don't really get too
Would you
sick.
like to make a comment on the show?
You know.
Yeah.
I just pray, man, because we don't. There's enough hurt and pain going on.
Ask Mr. Leon
You know?
Watkins. How about that?
I don't quite
Hold
get
on
it. You know.
I got a call.
Call. Is he on the line?
Yes,
Is
they
it
are.
she?
It's a gentleman.
Gentlemen. Okay. Well,
And so basically, he has a comment for you on your show.
well, hook him up.
All right, I'm gonna hook you up.
Hook him up, John.
Get you some headsets.
Need headsets.
Yeah, you got the headset. What other headset? That's
We're
only
gonna plug it in right there, right
Yeah,
beside you.
yeah.
See that black?
I see it.
Got another.
Right there. Okay. Hello?
What are you doing right now?
Hello?
Are you on the air now?
I can't hear.
You can't hear me? Hello?
Wait a minute.
Hello, sir. You there? Okay, hold 1 second. Okay, try one more time. Hold 1 second.
Just hung up.
Hello?
Dial tone.
Oh.
I'll call back.
All right. Sorry, sir. Call back.
Call
We'll
back.
get it. We're trying to get this thing going here. We'll be all right. Keep it alive, all the way live.
Yeah.
Okay? We're gonna hook you up. But I just feel that it's a time where we begin to teach our young folks, our young people, about the reality of life. Or you have to be diligent all the time. You have to teach constantly. You know, because one thing I say, everybody's not the same though. I'm not trying to paint all white people or all this kind of people as one thing, because it's not. But we have too many, that's all. Mm-hmm. And too many in high places that can make differences in their Their heart's not right. Because what it's about. It is about heart. Do you have a heart? Why would you, when you see that these kids are being poisoned, your heart wouldn't tell you, let me stop, let me get this dealt with. Forget about the politics. Let's handle this. Okay. Whew. All right, we're going to another one. And that's the mosquito.
Oh.
What about the mosquito, Dave? David?
Zika? Is it Zika? What's it called?
Zika.
Zika?
What about it?
Well,
I was thinking about it. It wasn't in Peru.
No, I was gonna say I just saw a couple days ago that it is Peru did mention it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know that it affects pregnant women and their babies are being born deformed in some cases.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the yellow fever from 100 years ago or whatever. Wasn't that a mosquito-driven disease also?
Right. Well, most of these diseases come from mosquitoes that's really hard.
Yeah.
On you because of the poison. The little bitty things got all that poison in them. And
the guest is back.
Okay, well, let's try it again.
All right.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me this time?
Hello?
You still can't hear me?
I can hear it, but I can't hear him. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
I hear you.
Well, I can't hear him. What is he saying? Give me your earphones.
Can you hear him?
Are they in your earphones?
It's a little low for me.
Well, let me use your earphones then.
Okay.
You don't need a hand.
Now it's really loud.
Let me see. Hello?
You can hear me now?
Oh, wait a minute.
Can you hear me now?
So, hello?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
There's something in the line over here where I'm at. Because I can hear him, but it's real low.
Tell him to hold 1 second. We want him.
Yeah, you stay there.
All
We'll
right.
get you. Because I can hear you, but it's something on the line.
I'm here.
That's where it looks to me.
I need an extension.
Oh, you got yours over there. Okay, look.
Yes, sir.
We're going to... Just hold on, man. Hold on. You can do this on my show. No problem. We'll work it out. We're talking mosquitoes now.
Where is your show coming from?
Here?
Oh.
Well, why don't you do this? Why don't you do it and see...
Can you talk to him just on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me talk to him on the phone.
Yeah, hold the phone.
Yeah. Thank you. That's what I pay you for. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
I can't this man. It's funny, you could talk to him and I can't hear him.
You can hear? Can you hear him now?
Hello? Oh, yeah, I got you now.
Oh.
Now I can't hear.
Yeah, I got you now.
Right.
L.A., Los Angeles? Roscoe's Media Center on La Brea and Pico. Yeah,
And now the audience can't hear.
right now.
I know, that's all.
I'm talking to you and trying to do the show too because we couldn't get the thing to come through. Right now. Well, he's not here now, but he'll be here.
Oh, no, this is the show.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's go to a break.
Lonnie.
Just tell your audience.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lonnie Cook. Okay, we look you up.
Go to a break.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along.
All right. I'm happy. We went straight to a break. You know, I was trying to answer the phone, you know, the calls and everything. We can do this on this show because this is a community show. And if you call in, if I can deal with you, I would. Thank you very much for coming back. I hope you're still happy because I'm happy. I'm happy. And I hope that you are too.
Uh-oh.
You know, I don't want to be sued for that because but I made that up. So if anybody wants some more, but you got to pay anyway. It's just a lot of fun for us to be doing this. And remember our last the question of the week last week. What was it?
Now wait a minute. I know I got a young brain, but wait a minute.
And, the question of the week. Every week we have a question.
I don't recall right now.
Would you, as a black family, take your kids to the gun range to teach them how to shoot?
Right. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The question.
Wow.
You remember?
I remember.
You had that long dissertation. About
You had me in limbo.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, you went to the core of the matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying.
I'm just saying. What do you think, David? Would you be okay with teaching? How old did you say the children were?
Remember, we said black parents.
Well, I mean, I want to know his thoughts.
David, of course, David would go and shoot. No, I think he's a pacifist. He's not going to shoot.
Do you think it's anything wrong with just beyond color, just teaching how would we want to say, like 12 and under?
I don't know. Some kids shoot 6 or 7 years old.
For a 6 or 7 year old.
I know that a couple of years ago, a young person accidentally shot and killed the instructor. That happened a couple of years ago. The kid was firing an Uzi or something like that, and the guy, the gun jolted and shot the instructor and killed him.
Now, so for somebody that may not know what an Uzi is, what's that?
A machine gun, like
an automatic,
automatic gun,
AK-47.
And you look, and you look at that and you go, wow. But they in like places like Arizona and other states, they have these as it's almost like going to Disneyland. It's like instead of going to Disneyland, we're going to go shoot guns, and they have it set up.
But the question was that because we know that how many they said there's 200 or 300 million guns out, and people are taking their kids to learn to shoot early, very early. But that was the question of the day. Now this is another question. I'm going into the political arena. I just want to know from the people that listen to me. I mean, all three of you, but
you have a large audience.
100,000.
I want you to know: do you think that Donald Trump will make a good president for the black community?
Oh,
that's the question of the day.
Okay.
Do you think Donald Trump?
I mean, beyond the black community, would Donald Trump make a good president in general?
Well, I can't speak for that.
I mean, do you think he has qualifications?
Hey, I'm asking the question.
You know what? I was talking about this with a friend of mine, and we think that Donald Trump is a billionaire that's just having a good old time, doing this presidential race thing, And when the reality sets in and the Republicans start to understand that if they don't do something, he could be their nominee, then that's going to be problems. However, I also heard Bernie Sanders say that he would like Donald Trump to be the nominee, perhaps because he feels that either he or Hillary would have no trouble beating him. But Donald Trump's got billions of dollars. He's spending his own money. He says what he wants to say. I thought that when he gave his little concession speech when he lost in Iowa, for a moment he had to lose some of his fluffery, and he had to admit that Ted Cruz had won. He almost looked human there, he almost was like a regular person. But the next day, he's coming up and saying, "Oh, there was something fraudulent about the results," and then he's back to himself. So.
He wanted to sue and all that kind of thing. But I look at that and for the question, would you think he'd be a good president? No. I don't think so, because look at what he's doing right now. I mean, he's mad at these people. Then you go back and do this, and he's very impetuous. You never know what he's going to do, and in these crisis situations, you got to be level-headed, and you can't have a temper tantrum and go push buttons because you didn't get what you wanted. No, that's not. We don't need that. We got enough of that.
Yeah.
How do you think that everything's going to change once Obama's out of office?
Well,
because I think we got used to some of the things that Obama has done.
Well, they're trying to do that. This is another thing. See, you get some of them have already running for office, vowing to tear that down. What he did. I mean, they making a vow. We're gonna do this because blah blah blah, and all the good things that man did is just going. They trying to make it seem that he didn't do anything. Everything he did was wrong. You see, and so we have that also. But the political arena has changed so much. You know, if you don't have that kind of money, you can't even think about running. He said, well, an ordinary citizen in America can run. No, you got to add on that superlative. If you have the money, you can run.
Right.
You got to have the fees. So, and now you got this billionaire that decided to have the ring, which some of them I'm sure were close to billionaire, but they didn't publicize it.
Yeah.
They didn't run on that. And so you got this guy that ain't done one thing in the political arena at all. Nothing. You know? And done all these things, and all he's doing is what happens in the neighborhood every day. He's playing the dozen of sort. He's just insulting people. He's the Don Rickles of politics.
Oh, I like that. The Don Rickles, I like that. He is. Like the Don Rickles of politics.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
Like he's telling jokes, and then the drum, he says something, not really nothing. We go, boom, the drum hit because he's an entertainer.
Well, that's the thing. He's an entertainer.
And the people looking at it, some people looking at him and mesmerized, and they said, well, then maybe he is, maybe he is. But see, I seen in the paper they said that they had a bunch of Muppets at the airport. They were all the seats were filled, and they said that they sitting there waiting on Donald Trump. These Muppets, and what are the Muppets? What are they?
The puppets? The
dummies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's funny. They didn't the caption. They didn't. Yeah. But these, you see, they were dummies.
Yeah.
And they waiting on him, and it had a coalition. I'm not saying to people that you have a reason for liking Mr. Trump. That's your business, But anyway, that's the question. Think about it. Did you look up Lonnie Cook for me?
No.
Well, I thought you had him. Look, I want to see who this is. He told me to look him up, and the reason I want to see who this man is.
All right.
And then he told me to call him back.
All right, I'll look him up.
Look him up. Hook him up. Okay. All right. Now, see, the mosquito. I want to talk about that for another second. The mosquito. What do you think about the mosquito?
Well, I don't know what's happening. I heard about their night bees out, but I didn't know anything happened with mosquitoes.
Night bees?
Yeah, I heard on the radio that, because, bees are predominantly out during the daylight because that's when they can see. And so there's this new, I don't want to say strand, I don't know what the proper term is, but these bees that are able to, I guess, see, or they're out at night.
And what they do?
Well, I got to see. I remember I heard it on the radio and I got out the car.
You got to have more than that. You come out a night bee to come out at night. What did they do?
They're called zombie bees.
Okay.
And it's actually causing a concern across the country.
For why?
Well, the reason being is that I guess usually the term zombie when we think about it means like, the dead.
I know what it means.
But I guess for whatever reason that this epidemic kind of hit the scene really probably, I guess, February of last year. That's when all the reports and the news outlets were talking about them. And so the reason being is that they have after effects. They fly at night and behave strangely after the parasite infects them. Some people are even calling them the flying dead. And, it's funny, but unfortunately
no, it's not funny.
It's
I'm not laughing at that. It's just the way we said, we talking about the zombie bees. You got the zombies, now we got zombie bees. Then you got the mosquito.
So let me tell you, they say that these zombie bees are created by a parasite that flies and lays eggs in the honeybee's stomach. And so what happens after that is the serious problem that a lot of people are being concerned with is the fact that this parasite has the ability to affect the honey. And you have to think about who's consuming honey. We are. And this is kind of creating an epidemic across the U.S. Not to mention, I don't know about you. Have you ever been stung by a bee?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you imagine at night not even knowing a bee is coming and getting ate up? And then not knowing what this bee is carrying. Now, we can't get rid of bees. You know why?
Well, you ain't supposed to get rid of them.
They pollinate
I
everything.
know. Well, for one thing, I'd rather get bitten by a bee than a bullet. But anyway, I think, no, if I had my rappers. Come on, Dawn. It ain't that funny. Now, you didn't brought up the zombie bee. Maybe forget about what I'm trying to do
Talking about
here,
the
man.
mosquitoes.
Okay.
Mosquitoes.
Okay.
I'm trying.
The zombie bee, the mosquito and the zombie bee meet, and then they mate. Then what?
You die.
Well,
They're causing parasites in there.
They mate. You got the Zeta bees. The Zeta mosquitoes
Is it
Mosquitoes.
Zeta?
that is going on and sticking people, and these women they when they have babies, their babies here. I seen it. Their heads are real little. They got a small.
From being bit by the mosquitoes?
Yeah,
Where's this happening?
coming out of Brazil and all that day, Latin America. But it's spreaded. It's over. They got a case here, and then they found out that it spread. A man spreaded it to a woman, like an STD.
It started in Brazil.
Yeah.
The outbreak began in Brazil. Yeah.
And it's spreading, and they have no antidote.
Is this a man-made
Period.
thing, or how did this come about?
I can't answer. You got all these kind of things that's coming out. You don't know who's what.
Come on.
And they got a national. I think it's what is it? They got an international health warning.
The warning comes after meetings at the World Health Assembly. Yeah.
So that's serious too. So you got your zombie bees, your Zika termites, mosquitoes, and what else? All the rest of the stuff we got that we have to deal with on a daily basis. Okay, go ahead.
It says the
got something?
Zika virus is from the same family as and is similar to something called dengue, with symptoms which include fever, joint and muscle pain. After the bite of an infected mosquito, symptoms usually appear following the incubation period of 3 to 12 days. It's transmitted by the bite of an infected Aedes aegypti mosquito, the same mosquito that transmits, these are words I can't say, chikungunya
Man,
and...
forget all that, man.
Yeah.
Just
I don't know, but anyways, it's, yeah. And it's they're worried about it being spread by people visiting these different countries, and they get affected by it, and it's I believe it's sexually transmitted disease.
Well, they've already done that.
Yeah.
Dude had it, and then he had sex with this girl.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
So we have to, you look at that. Look at the thing. We just talking about a couple of things that's going on. That if you just want to sit up and worry about something, you got a lot to worry about.
Water,
Instead of worrying
zombie
about
bees.
why are you looking at me like that? I mean, and then want to go and try to kill you.
Come on.
And here you got all this stuff to worry about, especially if you got children. You need to be trying to deal with your kids instead of looking at all that foolishness that people be doing. She got on the same thing I got. She saw me. I had it on first. What? Your child, they had a little child was running down there on 111th Avalon last night.
I just
You
saw
see
that. Little 2-year-old boy. I just saw that.
What happened?
Just read that.
Just walking down the street.
What happened?
The lady saw the little boy and called the police.
Yeah.
He was just ain't nobody around
But
him.
it says he was reunited with his mother.
Well, they said no. They said the mother said that the babysitter, she was at work.
Yeah.
But she left him with a babysitter. Babysitter split.
Oh.
He went to Antelope Valley. So the
Oh.
child is still in custody. But they going to release him, they said, this week.
Oh, because I just saw in the headlines
Yeah.
it said that he'd been
Well, they
reunited
must
with
do
his
today,
mother.
this
Yeah.
morning.
Wow.
Because she was at work. So
The babysitter left?
that's what they said. He left.
Wow.
And just left the child
And just
there.
let the child by himself.
So they looking for him. You see, so you see what I'm saying? I mean, we got to look at these children. I mean, that's what we need to be concentrating on, using that energy to help more with our children. These children need us. They need us badly.
Children are
Because they're
future.
growing up. I didn't know what you were saying. But growing up in that, because they're going to be adults one day. And to me, if you don't deal with it now, you're going to have them dealing with it later in their life. That's the way it happens. If you don't try to Teach them everything you can that's positive. Give them things that can help them in the world to be successful. You know, beside of fighting and cussing somebody out. You know, you can only do that so much. Teach them how to get along. Teach them how the work ethic, how important it is to stay in school, get that paper, all these kind of things. How to get along with people. That's what should be taught to these kids. Because that's the only way you're going to survive. That to me, and I'm not talking about just surviving in the sense of existing. I mean, live a decent life. If you want to take a trip every year, you could. If you want to buy whatever, you can. You got a decent place to live. That's what you should teach your children how to get, especially if you didn't get it. You should want to make sure your child gets it, not be hung up on this foolishness that we do. Well, look at it. All right, we're going to come right back in a minute. Stay with us. Yeah. This is commercial on over here, I guess.
My friends feel it's their appointed duty. They keep trying to tell me all you want to do is use me. But my answer ain't all that use me stuff. I want to spread the news that if it feels it's good getting used, oh, you just keep on using me until you use me up. Until you use me up. My brother sit me right down and he talked to me. He told me that I ought not to let you just walk on me. And I'm sure he meant well. Yeah, but when I talk was through, I said, brother, if you only knew, you'd wish that you were in my shoes. You just keep on using me until you use me up. Until you use me up. That's true, you really do abuse me. You get me in a crowd of high-class people, and then you act real rude to me. But oh, baby, 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 when you love me, I can't get enough. Getting used, oh, you just keep on using me until you use me up. Until you use me up. Talking about you, people, it all depends on what you do. It ain't too bad the way you use me, 'cause I sure am using you to do the things you do.
Hey, we back. Yeah. My friend. Yeah. How you talking?
Can't be this.
He be talking, man. I like the way he be talking. He can express himself. And what did the Watts 130th Street Band say? Express yourself. Show you right. Okay. All right. My friend Barry. Show you right. All that.
So you're right.
Okay. All right, David. That's good. You got deep voice. All right, we got the Super Bowl coming up. Who you got?
Well, I'm a bandwagon person for the Carolina Panthers. I didn't watch them at all until the last couple of games. But
Well, at least you're honest about bandwagon.
yeah, I am. I definitely.
Yeah.
I didn't have a preference either way, but I got to tell
Well,
you
then
that.
you ain't bandwagon then. If you didn't have a preference anyway, so
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
You're just
jumping on.
picking.
I'm jumping on the Carolina
yeah. Well,
bandwagon.
well, I think what are you doing? Who you going with?
I can't say that I'm an avid football fan, but I'll probably go somewhere. In fact, one of the other show members under RMC, Stay Ready Radio, they're doing some at Dave & Buster's. So they're inviting a whole bunch of people out. Got
He's
some good
asking what
music.
team are you choosing?
Oh, I don't even know who's playing. I thought
Okay,
you asked who I was
okay.
going.
Well, then we're going to move on because if she don't know who's playing,
Well, I do know this. How do you feel about the Rams? Instead of going to Oakland, they're going to go to Nevada.
Say what?
Yeah, it was talks that the Rams possibly were going down to Nevada. Now, some people
Wait a
that
minute.
are.
The Rams,
Rams
is here.
are coming here. It was
No, it was just announced yesterday.
No, they're talking about the Chargers or
Or the-
the.
or
Okay, I'm going to Google that because I
Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders,
definitely
they might be
saw it.
going to Nevada. Rams already
The Rams are
signed.
definitely
They
coming
it's
here,
over
yeah.
here. They got their hookup over there.
Yeah. But Leon, I want to mention that at the halftime show at the Super Bowl, we have some exciting local news. The Gustavo Dudamel, who conducts the LA Philharmonic, also conducts a group called YOLA, Youth Orchestra Los Angeles. And Youth Orchestra Los Angeles, some of those members will be performing with the group Coldplay and maybe even Beyonce, she's also going to be there,
right.
at the Super Bowl. So some young
Fantastic.
kids from Los Angeles will be performing for
Fantastic.
1 billion people at the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
oh, that's wonderful. That's
So
wonderful.
that's going to be very exciting.
Yeah.
Very
For what it's worth, I'm going for the Panthers also. But what else we saying? She's saying that the Rams ain't here. The Rams is already here. I go by there. I go by there 3 days a week when I go to Dallas.
See, that's why you can't ask certain women about football, then, because I thought I heard that on the radio.
Anyway, you got the wrong people to be saying that around. We're trying to put your
Hands up, don't shoot.
Wrap this around your head that the Los Angeles Rams are back.
They're back.
They're
I got
back.
a question though. So we know what's all going on in Inglewood, especially with the Forum being there and then the football stadium. How do you feel that's going to affect the community? A lot of people that are from the area, are they going to be priced out? What is that doing? Because we know there's a lot of gentrification going on.
You mean the building? Or I mean, what do you mean?
What I'm saying, there's a lot of infrastructure that's being built in Inglewood.
Well, yeah.
And I'm saying, of course, a lot of
Okay, let me
great
show you
things
what it's
cleaning
like.
up at the city.
See what it's like with that. It's like when Walgreens move in. Not Walgreens, or Walmart.
Walmart.
What happens to all the little businesses around there? They're gone. So whatever is over there, if they want it, it's gone.
But what about the people that are going to be dispersed?
Well, if they're not prepared, they have to go and try to
Well,
find. Some
I
of them
mean-
get bought off. They'll pay them, won't they?
Well, yeah, no, but I think that the building of the stadium will create jobs, which is a good thing. But I thought maybe what you were going to say was, will the people in the community be able to afford to go to
That's
see
what
the
I'm
game?
saying.
to
Not
see
the game,
and
but to
that's-
live there.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're going to be building new homes. I don't think it's going to push the people out that are already there.
I think it
Well,
will. It's going to price some people out.
It's according to how far west they go, though. We don't know the dimensions. Are they going to come down Prairie and past or to the other side, or
They're just going to be
you
staying
never
on the
know.
grounds with the Hollywood.
Well, if it's on the
racetrack.
grounds, it won't affect
Yeah.
anything. I mean, except because they're going to have things in there. They're going to have a shopping mall and everything inside that facility. I understand they're going to have 2 lakes. They're going to have a children's a park. They're going to have apartment buildings for seniors and the stadium.
But I read an article. I read an article that said that just because an NFL team comes to the community, will that bring in lots and lots of money? And which you think it would because it's a big deal. But then somebody was saying, well, it will, but also the game's only played on Sundays, so it's the other 6 days of the week how that's
Right.
going to affect them.
Well, you're going to have people be renting out the stadium, and there'll be a lot of part-time work too. There'll be something going on year-round. Because right now when they come, they go into the Coliseum, so that's going back there again. And so it's going to be exciting times. You haven't had a team here in how long? 10 years?
No, 20 years.
No, come on, man.
The Rams, they left in like 94, 95 or something.
Well, when in Oakland,
The last team here was like 20 years ago.
that's a long time.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, that's excitement.
Second largest media market in the country, too. But.
Wow, yeah. Okay, well, yes. You put your hand out like we was in school. You put
2
two
more
up.
minutes.
And then what happened?
And then we gonna head out with the show. We're gonna let them jam with a track.
I like that.
So what's going on new with you, Leon? We know that you got a play, a movie that you're working on. Tell us about.
Let me get to this. I mean, you're breaking up my whole thing. Yeah, we're doing the Joe Beck story, and it's an excellent movie. The concept is there. We want to incorporate that into what's going on today. This movie is so relevant and prevalent to what's happening now, and this happened a while back, but it's really on time right now. You know, and we're trying to do a trailer for it to get it out so people can see it. You know, like we had our guest last week, Holla, and we want to do that. You know, and I might just do a large excerpt again, do a lot over here on this show because people need to see this movie.
Now, so you hyping me up right now. You're talking about the movie. What is it about?
It's about, here we go again. It's about a young lady who read about the Family Helpline and myself in Elle magazine, and it showed what I was doing. I had an organization called the Family Helpline, which we took in calls from the community and helped people with various their needs and problems. She liked what we were doing because it's for whatever reason was she liked it. She called me, and then she eventually came here and was working with me, and she was about 21, something like that. And she was working with, blah, blah, blah. And see, we were working with all kinds of people. And so happens that at the time she was there, some of one of the gang members came, and he wanted some money from me to fix his car who was shot up. And he come and asked me for money and everything. And we were talking, and she heard it. And it fascinated her to hear. Just the first time I believe she seen something like that, and they saw each other, and they became friends. And went on, and they developed a close friendship to the point where they started doing things to help change the society as far as what the gangs were doing. And at that time, see, they had all the peace treaty was in effect with blood, and they were instrumental in helping do it. He began to change his life. All kinds of stuff was going on, and the movie is based on the premise of their relationship and how it affected not only their lives but hundreds and thousands of others, because they were on the national TV shows and all at the time talking about what they wanted to do, and it was very exciting. It's a very exciting movie. And we want to get it shown. David, we need to get this out there. You know what I'm saying? We need help. We need to do it. And so we're working on that now. We got some prospects, but we need, if anybody want to become a part of it, they can always give me a call.
Okay, what number can they reach you?
They can reach me at 323-481-4850. That's 323-481-4850. Yeah, all righty then. And we can talk about it, okay? All right, and thank you, Dawn, for bringing that up.
Absolutely. You gotta make sure people know the big things you got going on.
The big things, she say. And see, at the same token, those of you who believe in prayer, I need you to pray for me. Because anytime you try to do some things, anything that's good, positive, you're going to be, you got the forces that don't want it, and you have to pray about it. And that's what I like for you to do. Thank you so much. You're so kind. So we're going to wrap this up, but the one you said the lead into Aretha, y'all saw Aretha the other night when she tore down the Lincoln Center with the president, had him crying and going on, and she just went in there and just blew the roof off of it. And so we're going to leave here listening to the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. Bye, y'all.